Every month, I pay my utilities to a zero balance, and I need to know why my bill is 300 and something dollars when I'm out the house 20 hours a day because I'm working. This some.
Welcome back to the channel. For those of you that are renting, thinking that you're paying the least amount that you can pay, not only is your rent going up, but gas, lights or electricity, water, food, everything is going up. I'm not going to rub it in, and I'm not here to laugh or have a good time at the expense of some of you guys that are having a hard time. Rather, I want to give you some tools that you can use to help you lower your utility cost as much as possible. But don't be fooled. Those of you that think that you're hiding, you ever seen a bug on the wall that doesn't want to be seen and it's kind of like trying to be inconspicuous? It's like, don't look at me, don't look at me, you can't see me. Man, you guys got to get up, get out, and get something, because things are on the rise and I don't see a relief anytime soon. Let go.
Can someone please tell me before I crash out why my energy bill is $220 and with a balance of $400 because they back bill, so they want $220, and I thought it was just a fluke. So I paid it last month, $200, and then this month they're saying it was $200 again. But then when I first got in the apartment for the first 2 months, it was $80. What the why is it $200? And mind you, I keep the temperature between 66 when I go to bed, and then when I'm not in the house it's like 69, 70. And yes, I do use the blow dryer a lot and like a fan, but I swear to God, I unplug all my appliances, and 12 hours out of the day when I work, I'm not there. So why the is my bill at Tipmont $220? And I'm gonna call them today, but then they're saying, oh, we're not available, but you owe us $400. How?
I'm trying to tell you that renting isn't less expensive. But to answer her question, let me give her a little insight as to what I think might be going on. Hair dryers, blow dryers, some coffee pots, coffee makers, those things draw a lot of wattage and they use a lot of electricity. Moreover, the time of day when you're using those things, peak hours, the price, the cost per kilowatt goes up. You have to be mindful of those things. And it's hard for all of us here in America to fathom not being able to just get what we want when we want it. But we're getting into those times, especially for those of you that are choosing not to extend yourself, to push yourself a little further, to either limit your expenses or to make additional income. It's fine. You can do what you want to do. But if you choose not to do those things, you have to understand how the game is played. What game are we talking about? How utilities are priced. The things that you use on a daily basis that we used to not worry about so much. But now that things are becoming more global, and gas, for instance, we now export a lot of that gas that used to just be laying around in wait. Now things are going to be priced globally. And when we have things like what's going on in the Strait of Hormuz with Iran, then you feel those things that we didn't feel in the past. This is why, young lady, your apartment, your utilities are as high as they are. What do you guys think? You think I'm hitting it on the head? Am I missing anything? We want to help folks out so that they can get some relief if possible. Let's continue.
Okay, y'all, so my electricity bill is $120 this month, right? But anyways, Zayden, chill. Try to get this video out. Anyways, I'm looking at how much kilowatts I'm spending, and they're charging me 19 cents a kilowatt for an apartment. And I'm getting ready to move into a house. So if you guys know any good electricity in Houston, Texas, because y'all know Houston got hundreds of them versus other states and other counties, please comment down below and let me know, because I need to find something else other than Discount Power, because that's what I'm with now, and they fucking suck. I'm looking for something that has free nights or free weekends, and that's under 18 cents a kilowatt. So help your girl out. Y'all know I come to y'all for everything. let me know.
She's over in Houston, Texas, where I believe the term is deregulated, the energy, because Texas is its own energy block in itself. It's not connected to the nation's grid. So some of you may not have the opportunity to choose your energy provider, but as you can see, she understands the kilowatt per hour cost. And so she's able to do some shopping. Very smart. But I'll say again, and not just for renters, homeowners as well. When are you washing your clothes? When are you utilizing the energy, the electricity that you're using? Because it matters. And if you don't have the granular control of shopping for your energy, like the young lady just spoke about in the last video, then you have to implement some of those other things. And the main thing is this: you have to become aware. This channel, we talk about home ownership, getting on the housing ladder. And one of the common themes that I see across the board is the lack of awareness with a lot of things. And a lot of that has to do with the paperless society that we're in. It's good for conserving trees and things of that nature, but out of sight, out of mind. And what I mean by that is this: when you get your utility bills, you need to start reading them, and you'll see how a lot of these fees are passed along to you and you don't even know. You're just complaining about it. So you have to be more like the last video, the young lady. If you have that opportunity to shop, it almost sounds like an old cell phone plan, right? I want nights and weekends for free. You feel me? But she understands, and then she's soliciting those people that she has in her network to give her suggestions and feedback on how to save money. This is something else that we can do with social media other than complain and do crazy stuff. It's a great connector of people and resources. So shout out to you, young lady. Hopefully you get those rates that you were looking for to help bring your costs down. I want to enlist someone else to give you an educated insight as to how energy prices are priced. And I think after watching this, it will get you started to figuring out what your costs are. Let's check it out.
Most electric bills are broken down into two parts for the charges: the supply and the delivery. So the supply is the cost of producing electricity itself. So that would mean the cost of power plants or wind farms or solar farms or dams or things of that nature. And this part of your bill is incredibly susceptible to the cost fluctuations in gas and oil. And that's what we've seen in the last couple of years is oil spiked and our electric bills went crazy. The other part of your bill is the delivery. So the delivery to your home of this electricity from the power plant here in Massachusetts, actually 50% of it comes from out of state, which is crazy. But the infrastructure to get electricity from the power plants into every building in Massachusetts or in whatever state you're in is a gigantic infrastructure.
He broke down how the cost is derived for electricity. And this might be the first time that a lot of you are even paying attention to this because the bills are higher, especially renters, because you feel like if it's utilities included in your lease, it's just like somebody else is taking care of it. My rent is paying for that. That's not the case, because if those utility bills start exceeding or getting too high, I guarantee you somewhere in the lease that the landlord has a clause where they can pass those costs on to you. So you have to be cognizant of how the system works. Before we go forward with solutions that don't break the bank, that everybody can do, I just want to recap. You really need to start understanding the peak hours of usage in your area and plan accordingly. If you have a washer and dryer in your home, those things pull a lot of electricity. They're on the bigger circuits, right? And so if you're using those things willy-nilly at peak times, you can expect a higher monthly payment. And if your money is good and you don't care, then you pay for that convenience of being able to press the button and wash your clothes when you want to. If not, you need to do some budgeting, right? Not just with your money, but with your use of electricity. You can shop for power strips, power strips that deal with phantom power. A lot of these things that we have today are electronic. And so if you have a television that's on standby or some type of internet device that makes a TV, smart TV, NVIDIA Shield, Apple TV, Fire TV sticks, Roku's, those things a lot of time are on standby and you're not turning them off. That stuff is drawing power. If you don't want to go in and actually power them down, put them in one of those phantom power strips. Maybe we'll put one up here on the screen to give you an idea, but a phantom power strip so that it understands when the TV is not on or you're not using it, it cuts the power off. All of those little things add up. You're not paying attention because in the past, the cost wasn't at a level where you had to pay attention. A lot of folks are paying attention now. One other thing, if you're in the colder climates or if you're in the warmer climates, the age of your appliances matter. If you're renting, you're beholden to whatever the landlord does. They're not updating things. Trust and believe that refrigerator is pulling more power because it's older. It's not energy efficient. Your water heater, your heat pumps, your HVAC systems, if they're older, they're running longer or less efficiently. If you can see a crack from the inside to the outside, that your money's running out the door. These are little things that you have to pay attention to and it should help you lower your bill. You got to do more than just complain. You guys let me know why you think costs are going up as far as the energy is concerned. I'm going to let this next gentleman give you some more solutions of what you could do to help drive your energy costs down. Check it out.
As somebody who's focused on energy auditing and energy efficiency, your filters are the #1 culprit of inefficiency inside of your house. There are 3 filters that I want you to check periodically. First is that HVAC filter. Don't be afraid of it. They sell them all over the place, like your local hardware stores all the way to local convenience stores. Replace that frequently, if not a couple times a year. The second one is your dishwasher filter. Yeah, there's a filter inside your dishwasher. You open that up, clean it out, ensures that your dishes are getting clean, and your dishwasher is going to be run more efficiently. The third one is your dryer. Inside your dryer, there's a little dryer vent screen. Make sure you clean that out every time. Some instructions will say that you need to clean that out with water every once in a while. Now, every once in a while, you should also ensure that that dryer vent exhaust pipe is cleaned out too by a professional. The screens you can all clean by yourself. Follow us for more of these energy-saving tips that you can perform around your house without much effort.
3 things everybody can do. April Air are the filters that I like. They cost a little more, but you have to think about it this way. It's like your health. You invest on preventative things up front, and you may not feel like you're getting a return, but the return comes down the line, way down the line when you don't get sick and you don't have all these things. The dishwasher, not only opening up that filter, it's not really a filter that you put in, not in our dishwasher. You open it up, but it's a trap and it catches all that food and stuff. If some of you guys are smelling a foul smell from the dishwasher, it's probably full of food. You see what I'm saying? And when those things are clogged up, they don't run efficiently. Another thing that he said that I really is with your dryer, if you're using those fabric softener sheets, a lot of that gunk, think about the heat, the temperature, but it gets caught in that screen that he's telling you to clean out. It's not necessarily a filter, but it's a screen. So you need to wash that from time to time. And also, as a bonus, prevent fires, because all that lint and stuff that's coming off your clothes, you need to make sure that those things are cleaned out. The point is, guys, renting has cost as well. And in my opinion, if you've gotten to that inflection point where your rent is equivalent to 5% of whatever your home price is. So give you an example. Say you're looking at a $300,000 home, 5% of that, $15,000 a year, you divide that by 12. So if you're paying $1,250 a month in rent, you might say, you know what? I think I might be ready to get onto the housing ladder if that's one of your goals. Because from that $1,250, that's the point where most people say, you know what? I don't want to keep paying this rent. It doesn't make sense. And from there, you could take half of that number, half of $1,250 divided by 2 at $625 and add it to the $1,250. And as long as your housing costs principal, interest, taxes, insurance are $1,875 or less, then that lets you know the maximum home price. As a homeowner, you have more control over the age of your appliances, when you wash or don't wash, how you keep up with things so that you can drive those costs down, because we all are susceptible to the different prices of certain things. They just are what they are. If you're ready to achieve your goal of home ownership, I would love to have a conversation with you. Why? I'm a lender. My NMLS license number is 180100, and my contact information is pinned in the top comment and in the description of this video. Watch these next 2 videos here. They'll help you in your education as you prepare to become a homeowner and achieve your goals. Let's be good to one another. Let grace abound. And for the rest of you, indeed, y'all stay blessed.